Hello everybody, this is Mr. E 2099, and today I'm doing another manga recommendation video, and my topic of this video is one of the best horror mangas I've ever read, Hellsing. I just want to let you know this is a book for mature audiences. This is not something you should give to kids. There's a lot of blood, nudity, violence. It's depicted very brutally. So this is something it's really good, but it's definitely something you should not give to children. Okay, so Hellsing is a story that takes place, I believe, in the 1980s, and it's centered around a vampire called Alucard. Yeah, wonder who that could be. But he's a vampire who hunts other vampires, and he works for an organization called Hellsing, which is run by a woman called Integra Hellsing, who is a descendant of Abraham Van Helsing himself. Now, they go up against a mysterious organization called Millennium, who is turning people into vampires and launching repeated attacks against them with the intent on starting a war. During this, they acquire a young police officer named Saris Victoria, and she actually gets captured by a vampire and is shot through the chest by Alucard in order to kill the vampire. And before she dies, Alucard turns her into a vampire. But she's been a human her whole life, so she's reluctant to fully embrace her new vampiric nature, so she doesn't really drink blood, and that kind of limits her abilities. But yeah, it's a great manga. I'm not going to go too into the story because I don't want to spoil anything, but they do get some help from their wartime allies in the Catholic Church called the Iscariot Organization, which has a lot of vampire hunting warrior priests, chief among them being a character called Alexander Anderson, who fights using bayonets and kind of like holy magic, which allows him to regenerate from wounds. It's a really good book with a lot of action, but like I said, that action is depicted very brutally, so if that's not your thing, this isn't something that you should read. It has been released in English, even though I'm using the Japanese cover for my video. It was actually released by Dark Horse, and if you want to find it in English, you could either probably find it at your local comic shop, but if not, Dark Horse does sell it on their website. But yeah, Hellsing is a really good book if you are a horror fan, or if you just like books with tons of actions. Yeah, I cannot recommend this book enough. If you do like the manga, I would also recommend checking out the anime. They made two, and the one I believe that follows the story to its entirety is Hellsing Ultimate. So definitely check out the book and the manga because they're both really good, and the anime does a really good job of adapting the action and gore of the book for the series. Everybody, this has been Mr. E2099 with another manga recommendation video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later.